It's Week 16 of the National Football League. And coming up, it's Nakobe Dean. He's been one of the best blitzers in the NFL this season and is among the league leader in sacks. It's the Ravens and the Steelers, and it's coming
EA Sports
up next.
coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gault. Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They are led out by their veteran quarterback hailing from Michigan State, and we like that. It's Kirk Cousins.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
First play, here's Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nakobe Dean in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading them out, their young quarterback, the rookie from LSU.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. The give right side for Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. The Ravens at 12-2 now on the year. And they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. 1st and goal from just inside the 5. That's complete. Left side to Worthy. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Xavier Worthy hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. 7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. A costly mistake there in the return game, and that is not how you want to answer an opening touchdown.
Yeah, and your defense is asking you a lot of questions right now because you're already down 7-0. You turn the ball over, they've got to go right back out there to try and keep it from getting to 14-0.
2nd and 5. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Flush to his right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Trying to build on that opening drive touchdown, but the drive stalls out. And then you get the missed field goal here, so they wound up with nothing to show from drive number 2.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
And no luck at all to start this drive as they're going to drop him behind the line for a second straight play. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Hand off to Spears. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, look at this Baltimore defense.
We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
The Spears with another carry.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, but it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Now Cousins. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Will Anderson
coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
Here's Jake Camarda now.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 15. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
The Ravens offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And he's putting together a remarkable season. Currently the NFL's leader in passing yards as we play here in the month of December.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
The numbers for Gibbs from last week.
There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, Daniels. He'll get this complete to Worthy.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another 1st down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Throwing now is Daniels.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
And that will be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
That one's taken in by Spears.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Cousins.
A throw out wide going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. To the air goes Daniels. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Greg Stroman back deep waiting for it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Right back to Spears. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Out of the gun to give to Spears. And not much room to speak of. We'll get about 3 up to the 41.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Will Anderson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Here's Daniels. Being chased out left. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Now Daniels. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14.
And that's a nice one for the stat line, by the way. That last grab is 50th on the year. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Daniels looking to throw. Got Dobbs over the middle.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
To throw is Daniels.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Romeo Dobbs from 8 yards out. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Cousins to throw it. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Cousins. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. To throw, Cousins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with a 14-0 lead, they may just try to get this to the locker room.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Great.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Ravens offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And he's been one of the most consistent pieces of their offense all year long, no doubt. Shouldn't be much of a surprise then to see him among the league leaders in rushing here late in the season. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They go play action. Daniels rolling to his right. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Cousins now from the 50. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Cousins now. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Cousins. And he'll just get rid of it. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Spears. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now, maybe this can loosen them up a little because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Here now, 2nd and 4. Another run for Gibbs here. Room here to run. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary. Normally, he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Going back to Gibbs on first down. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Daniels. His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here, and our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
Now Cousins. Got the connection here to Bourne. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They run with Washington. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. .43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution?
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And bulldozing his way through. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Yeah, he's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And here's a give to Spears. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Throwing, Cousins. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
They'll run with Spears.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
To throw is Cousins. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Tucker's kick is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation, they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Back to throw now on first down.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
The give right side for Gibbs.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And with the yardage picked up on that last throw, that's going to move him over 4,000 yards passing for the season. And even in today's age of offense, that's a number that's meaningful to quarterbacks. It's not an easy plateau to get to.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
This offense so far on third down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6.
And now a run with Spears.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's got it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation...
Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! From a yard out.
And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 20. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Douglas. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Cousins. Caught. It's Wilson.
And he takes a pop at the end of that one. It'll be a gain of about 4. 3rd and 2.
Working out of the gun, Cousins.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Throwing is Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Douglas. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now Cousins.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds Douglas complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Caught, Kelce, left side.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
12 yards between them and the end zone. 2nd and 10. Hand off to Spears.
He showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Now Cousins. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Kendrick Bourne, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers have taken a 4th quarter lead.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was Kendrick Bourne who was able to cap things off with a touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So the Ravens now down by 4. 1:51 on the clock. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Flushed out right.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
On 3rd down, here's Spears.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position. but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. Here's 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That's caught by Pitts. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll come up now on 2nd down. This ball intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the defense helping them out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
This is 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock. And an extra point will send us to OT.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1. It's tempting to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
They're going to try and run for it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, this one was certainly one to remember. At the end, they get the touchdown. Thinking they're going to go for the PAT to tie it. They went for the win. Charles had guts to call it, but it didn't come to fruition.
And I know the actual call happened right here at this game, but it really happened during the week where the head coach told himself, in a situation like this, we're going for the win. They didn't get it, but he had conviction in what he was doing.
So you think those moments often premeditated?
I think they have to be, because if you rely on everything to come to you during the heat of battle, you often make more mistakes. And I think he felt like he had the team that could win, and he wanted to go for it every time.